everybody. Streaming live from Long Island, New York. I know we officially begin at 7:30, but I have so much to say. I'm so ebullient about prospects in biotechnology, prospects in pot stocks, that I want to start early. Not only that, Spike is very busy, right? Are you a busy fellow? You want to start early, right? I want to start early. I was telling everybody I want to start early because I'm ebullient about the prospects in the market and biotech in the pot area. I think pot has turned it around, even though we had a down day today. I'm very, very excited. And then the World Series. The World Series. Who do you like in the World Series?
I have to go with the Dodgers. I have no choice.
Dodgers, Yankees, ultimately, right? Dodgers, Yankees. What about tonight's game, Tampa Bay?
All right, Dodgers, Yankees.
What about Tampa Bay? You think they can knock the Yankees?
No, I'm not really.
You don't think they can beat the Yankees, do you?
I think my son thinks the Rangers have a good shot.
Your son did what?
He thinks the Rangers have a good shot.
The Rangers? They're not in it. They're not in it.
The Astros, the Texas team, the Houston Astros. I'm sorry.
The Houston Astros. Well, they're the second-rated. Well, between the Yankees and Houston, it's a flip of a coin. Dustin Bailey, are you late? In fact, you're early, Dustin. I'm scheduled to begin 7:30. I didn't think anybody would find us yet. Yeah, you're early. Don't worry about a thing. You want to come on with us? Dustin, you want to tell us why we should look into DGCD? I'll send you a link. In fact, I'll put the link right out here. Should I do that?
That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind meeting Dustin.
All right. But once I put it out here, anybody who's viewing can come on. All I got to do is accept them. Control V.
So this DCGD.
So all you got to do, Dustin, is click that link, and you're going to be one of our friends. It says the name of the show. I'm taking care of my little girl. Oh, put your little girl on. Oh, she's not well. All right. Too bad. We would have loved to meet your little girl, get her started in the stock market at an early age. How little is she? Is she at least 9?
We don't recommend the stock market for anybody.
No, under 9, I don't think so. But 9 is okay. 9 or 10, get them started. Start saving. Start putting away a little in SPY every week.
She is 4.
Ooh, 4. She may not understand. Does she like Apple? Maybe she'll understand that. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple a day will make her a rich lady one day. You could open up an account for her, and then use it for college. Start diversifying on that.
You can't go wrong buying Disney for the kids.
Don't do one of those 5 whatever they're called, 549 whatever. Right. They're the worst performers I've ever seen. They don't budge. It's like
I agree with you.
They're awful. You can do much better yourself.
No,
she likes
Dustin
Sesame
Street.
Street.
Dustin says he likes Sesame Street.
Well, Spike and I could sing a little Sesame Street. La la la.
Out of the question.
La la la.
Well, where's my rubber ducky? Anyway, the problem with I would love to be invested in Sesame Street, right? But the Corporation for Public Broadcasting doesn't trade, does it?
No, does not. But
no, if it did, believe me, I'd be on that.
We could buy some Turner Broadcasting. I like.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They have a couple of kids shows in there.
Yeah, I like Turner. Okay, so. Godfather Frazier. Hey, Godfather, you want to come on with us? Say hello to the world. I mean, we're a little early. We don't have many viewers yet. ADMA is still holding. Yeah, as long as it doesn't go below that 396 level, I think we're okay, GF. I think so, right? I clicked the link, and I dare you to come on with us, Godfather. Godfather Frazier, I feel like I know him forever. Forever. In the middle of packing, you're moving? They just issued an S3. That sounds good. Somebody bought in? We have a big buyer of ADMA. That's always a good thing. Who's the buyer? Is it a fund, an institution? No. So who is it? Let's out with it. Did you buy it? Is it all you? Did you buy 20% of the company? A shelf offering. That's not good. I thought it was good news. Ooh, shelf offering. We don't like that. I thought
ADMA Biologics.
An S3. Oh, okay. That's I'm sorry. I misinterpreted. I thought it was a notification of ownership. A shelf offering we don't like. They're not issuing shares. They just say putting it in their pocket for a rainy day to shelf. Don't kid yourself, GF. They're gonna. Is it an ATM at the market or what? Tandem did the same thing before the run up in 2018. I had Tandem. I made a little money there. Maybe it's time to go back into Tandem. Tandem is a very, very good diabetic gizmo stock. They have the right technology to release the insulin when they're supposed to. It's all technology. It's all computer programming. You know about computer programming, Spike?
Oh, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean,
just have to get myself into trouble.
They have a gizmo
about having enough rope to hang yourself with.
Yeah, they have a gizmo that we could have done it. You know.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure we could have made the money. ADMA has 3 approved drugs. Yeah,
we'll do it, if they're doing it for insulin, we'll do it for estrogen.
Actually, I looked at the pipeline. It seems pretty good for quite a few drugs in phase 2 and phase 3. And the IVIG shortage. Yeah, so I mean, there's technical reasons to go into this. Not technical, fundamental reasons to go into this. Technical reasons. You know, as long as it doesn't go below 396, it's okay. CVM popped above 9 again. This time, CVM will take out 10. It's going to take out the $10 level, go to Yo 11. And Spike, play Yo 11 today. You're in Mohegan Sun, right?
Think so?
Okay.
Yes.
If you're heading down there, you're heading there. Oh, you canceled Mohegan Sun.
I am going to leave for a poker game in a couple of maybe my
a poker game. Hold'em?
I had to.
Hold'em?
Like I said, I'm going to go play poker in a couple of minutes. Maybe I could be a winner there.
Are you going to play Hold'em? Hold'em?
No. I'd like to play Hold'em.
So what are you going to play? High-low crazy game?
It's playing Hold'em is sort of like knowing when to sell in the stock market.
Yes, it is. Hey, cabinet guy. Good to see you. Cabinet guy. You want to come on with us? You want to say hello so we could see you? You know, I put the link out there. Jefferson, maybe you'll come on. Well, we need a chair for CVM. Jefferson is big time CVM rooter, along with Buckhead Creek. But Buckhead Creek is too busy. He's harvesting the crop now, Spike. Buckhead Creek from we don't know where, but someplace that floods. Buckhead doesn't want to say where. I asked him 5 times what state. And Buckhead Creek doesn't want to share with us. But he's a big farmer. Big farmer. And he's growing soybeans. I know that. And the soybeans took a hit during the floods. All right. Greetings from the Green Mountains of Vermont. That's all beautiful, beautiful place. I get jealous every time Cabinet Guy gets on. Are you frozen, Spike? It's like your lips aren't moving. Uh-oh. That's not good. Leave and come back if you can hear me. Leave and come back. How's that? I'm going to take a look at YouTube and make sure everything else is okay. All right, so I'm going to get you back on. Now it's better. Yeah, it was frozen. I don't know why. We had one frozen Spike.
It's funny because you were the one frozen from my perspective.
Your water filter stock is doing well. What's the symbol again?
Oh, the AWK.
AWK. It looks like a long-term, really good stock.
Yes.
Probably recession-proof.
His cousin T-Tech actually took a little bit of a hit today. Everybody's bearish on that one too.
So you think that's a recession-proof stock? It looks like we're heading for recession, don't you think?
Yeah, but people still need to drink.
Yeah, they need to eat and drink. They need to take they need to take their medicine. They need to eat and drink, and they must smoke reefer. It's more important in recession than it is when things are going good.
So let me ask you a question on that. They took a little bit of a hit now. Does that mean that they're going to be coming back in this inevitable recession coming up?
I think the reefer stocks are in play now. I think they've all bottomed at the same time 2 days ago, even though they gave back a little today.
So there you go.
Yeah, buy any of them or all of them. Kronos, CGC, ACB, you name it. I mean, Tilray, TLRY. I sold all my ACB at 5. It went as low as 4. Now it's about 450. I'm looking for re-entry.
What about CGC?
CGC, I sold most of it at 37, I think. Now it's 22.
Yeah,
no, 3.
You think that's a buy now?
I'm salivating over it. I actually added back a little in the 22s. I'm going to probably add a little more back. I like the whole sector. I like Curaleaf, which is probably the biggest dispensary. I like Planet 13, the Las Vegas dispensary. I like the dispensaries. I like the retail stores, especially the ones that have some vertical integration so they can grow it and whatever else, cultivate it and make it and sell it or do all that stuff.
Well, as long as they don't make the vape machines for it.
The vape machines are a problem, but there's so many other ways you can ingest pot that it's not too big a problem. Even if they
I was looking at these downturns and I was just, trying to figure if there was a connection between these all these marijuana stocks taking a bit of a hit these days and all the worry about vape killing teenagers.
Godfather Fraser points out that pot stocks are risky, and they are because they're subject to political pressures, depending on in the states, depending on which party is the dominant party. I think that affects the potential approval as for recreational use across the country. So yeah, I think there's a certain amount of political risk and geopolitical risk for pot stocks, and certainly. But I think we've gone through the major hurdles of breaking through to legitimatize cannabis and CBD oil and all of that and hemp oil. So ACB is one of the strong ones, GF. My favorite actually is Kronos, but it's just my own favorite. CGC would be my second favorite. ACB is up there, and I like CURLF a lot, Curaleaf. MedMen is another one that I didn't mention, another dispenser.
Yeah, I'm getting my butt kicked on that one.
On MedMen?
Yeah, for now. But I'm just gonna hold on and see what happens.
Add or diversify by buying a little CURLF.
Good idea.
Yeah, that might be the way to go. Diversify.
Hmm.
Hi, Ecuador. Short's already working on plans to throw all medical patients in jail. Ha ha. I'm a medical patient. Do you see my tremor? Where is it? My Parkinson's
It,
tremor?
it it doesn't show up when you're on
It
the air.
doesn't show up. You can see it.
It's there a little bit.
I'm exaggerating it
Yeah,
now.
now you're exaggerating. Come on.
But nevertheless, I have the card. I'm a card carrying medical marijuana guy.
Have you actually tried this yet to see if it
I
doesn't?
tried these CBDs because I never liked smoking reefer when I was in college. I don't even remember anymore, but I know I didn't like
I
it.
did. That's why I don't remember.
Yeah. Burned out your brain
Yeah,
cells.
too many.
Too many, yeah.
Now, I just saw a couple of reports about the CBD, and the real issue, at least for us at the retail level, is to make sure that we're actually getting real product. Because they were talking about a lot of these kids who are taking that synthetic marijuana
Well,
instead.
yeah, that's the whole problem. Cuomo banned the vape machines because people were using what do you call them? Capsules or pods, whatever they're called, that
Yeah.
contain all kinds of shit other than the real stuff. Other than this,
Right. So I guess since you have a medical card, you're actually guaranteed that the CBD stuff that you're taking is actual CBD.
yes, and from the marijuana plant, not from the hemp plant.
Really?
There's a big difference. There's like one form of CBD from the hemp plant. There's like 127 from the marijuana plant, or some such number. And they don't even know what all these CBDs do. Some of them extracted might have tremendous potency against various diseases, neurological ones in particular. Hi, Ecuador. What do you got to say about pot? Medical marijuana, they'll do it to you all the same. Look up what happened under Obama. Well, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, I want Bernie, the guy from Vermont. He'll say, if you want your pot, we're going to have a revolution and you will get your pot.
If you like your pot, you can keep it.
If you like your pot, you can keep it. Pot for all, Medicare for all, pot for all, free tuition for all. I say we got to get that criminal out. The criminal that's in office goes out. Revolution.
You're right. Our Constitution was written on hemp.
Some people think Karl Marx was a stupid man. I read Karl Marx. He was not a stupid man.
I knew Karl Marx. We were roommates in college.
Karl Marx and Bernie were definitely roommates. We went to college about the same time, I think. I sound just like Bernie. GF, that's the idea. I'm trying to do my best Bernie. Look, if Larry David could do Bernie, so can Dr. J.
There you go.
In fact, any old Jew could do Bernie. I'm convinced. Bernie, you just have to pause after every word and enunciate every single word.
That's what he was taught as a public speaker.
Go Bernie. We see Dustin is young enough that he has tuition bills.
Yes.
And he wants Bernie in so he doesn't have to pay. Am I right, Dustin? You got a 4-year-old girl and you probably have a bunch of tuition bills, and Bernie say, I forgive you. Bernie would say, I forgive you. Right, Spike?
Well, I'm actually looking at High Ecuador's conspiracy theory.
Oh, let's see. Giant front to pump the price, private prison industry. That's a good one. I like that one. Public prison, private prison. Which would you rather go to, Spike?
Well, somehow having a corporation dispense my punishment just doesn't seem to sit well with me.
Alexa, shut up. She thought I said her name. I said prison. I didn't say Alexa.
Right. Well,
I don't get it.
Dustin off
See
the hot.
Saturday Night Live? Anybody see Saturday Night Live with Bernie and who did Bernie? That was David. Yeah, and who did Woody Harrelson did
He did
Biden,
Joe Biden with the teeth whitener. It was
and who did whoever did Harris was sensational. Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah.
Did you see, the fun ant was just too much. It blew my mind. I can't even say it. I'm on YouTube.
For it. That's Maya Rudolph did that.
Maya who?
Maya Rudolph.
Okay, Maya Rudolph. She was sensational. I mean, the fun
she used to be
ant.
on the show.
A fun ant is a funt. I never knew that. I never knew that a fun ant was.
That was hysterical.
Oh, is that funny? And then she said funting good or whatever she said. Funting bad. She used it to have two dirty words in one.
Yes, exactly.
It was just sensational. The writing on that skit was sensational.
Yeah.
And Bernie going off on Patience. Remember the Patience?
Oh,
he could take 4 hours to put on the TV. And then if he accidentally hits input, it's the whole day.
That was hysterical.
Oh, he was great.
But the punchline was, look what you got to choose from, American people.
That was good.
Actually, that was a little bit scary when she said that.
You know, they were harder on the Democrats than on the Republicans.
I see that High Ecuador has another conspiracy theory.
Alexa is a mic for the feds. I wouldn't be surprised.
I like this guy, gal.
First of all, they can catch a lot of criminals on Alexa, right?
Hey, they have, right?
Yeah.
Between that and MyHeritage and Ancestry.com.
What about Pokemon? Haven't they caught a lot of
industry? I can get caught.
Remember the Pokemon craze where everyone and their brother was looking for whatever they were looking for?
Yeah.
They caught criminals with the Pokemon craze.
Oh, that's right. They would lure them to certain places to go find their monsters, and then they'd nab them.
Come on, you're not late. We were early. We were talking about Kronos. My feeling is Kronos will triple in the next 3 to 5 years. Easy triple to 27 in the next 3 to 5 years. Is that a bad thing? From 9 to 27?
Yeah.
Dustin's laughing. He's a doubter. He's not a true believer. Philip Morris bought 45% of the company at $14 a share. No, at $20 a share.
Mm-hmm.
So if they think it's worth $20 a share, it's not a stretch to say it's worth 27 down the road.
Oh, and it's around the 9s now, right?
Yeah, it's 9. And they bought 45%. They practically own the company.
Well,
High Ecuador CVM is going up.
Yes.
Remember I said yo 11 for CVM? Didn't I? Who wants to come on with me? I got a link here.
Yeah, actually, it's a good idea because I have to actually get going and lose some money.
Spike, who wants to be Spike for the rest of the show?
Well,
we're going to replace you, Spike.
Sounds good.
What are you playing? High-low? You put 2 hands out for the high?
High-low, split the pot.
High-low, split the pot. You can never go out because you always have a shot of being in it.
Unfortunately, I never go out unless
you should never go out. How about a multi-billion-dollar company smashed into a $42 million float DCGD? Why don't you tell us about it?
Oh, this was DCGD was the one that we talked about before. We never really actually got to it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you want me to chart?
That was one that Dustin was talking about, right?
Oh, I want to chart some of these
All
reports.
right, so I'll let you go.
I want to chart AKTX.
I'm going to write this down for next time.
AKTX I'm going to chart now, and ADMA, and CVM, and I'll throw DCGD in it.
Yeah, definitely do DCGD because he's been waiting for a little while.
All right, so let me go.
All right. We'll see you soon.
All righty, I'm going to go share screen. It's in a reverse merger on the over the counter with GRN Holdings. Okay. I don't like reverse mergers. You know that. Right away, I'm against that. You've just prejudiced me against the company. Share screen. DCGD. That'll be the first one that I do because you've been very patient. DCGD. All right. Can you see my screen now? I think you can. We'll go to Yahoo Finance. I'm going to go to YouTube just so I could look at what's going on and see continue to see your comments. Dustin Bailey, hang on, I'm going to put it in right now. DCDG, right? DCDG. With an X? That's not it. DCGD, 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 GD. That's it. GRN Holding Corporation. They changed their name. They're on the pink sheets. First of all, I don't like pink sheet stocks. I don't like reverse mergers. So I would let it do the reverse merger, come back down 50% before I got into it. Did it already do the reverse merger? Dustin. Discovery Gold. Oh, that's what it was? Discovery Gold. I also don't like gold stocks. I don't like gold. There's everything I don't like about this in terms of fundamentals. Now let's see how bad the technicals look. Probably not too good, would be my guess. $1.15 up 3.6% today. You have this great big red candle the day of the collapse, or the day of the reverse merger, I don't know, whatever it was. And we've tried to come back since then, following a nice trend line. But we also have a trend line down, so it's coming to a head right here. It looks like a bear flag, sort of. Let's take a look. Draw that. Draw a line right here, maybe. So there's our downtrend. And now let's draw a line going up. Right about here. Our uptrend, and we're about to we're coming to a crucial point here. So I don't know whether it explodes to the upside or collapses further, but all of this action is within a very big red candle. So it looks like the rally attempt failed right here, and we're coming back down. I would expect a continuation on down, at least to this level, the low of the day here. 86 pennies. So if I were looking to enter, I'd be looking to enter under $1. What do you think, Dustin? Fix the resolution. Good question. How do I do that? I'm in StreamYard, And on my computer, it looks just fine. Let me see how it looks on my phone. On my phone, it looks a little fuzzy there. But I don't know what to do about it. All right, I need a producer here. Who's going to help me out here? This Dr. J Vision. The red candle was from a dump of an employee from the shelf. My average is 83 cents. 83 cents. Well, I don't know what to tell you because to me, I'm not buying this thing off the chart, off of everything you told me. But if it dips down to 84 cents again, right about here, I might consider it, depending on other things like I have to look into the fundamentals a little bit too. I don't just do technicals. So I don't know. I mean, a gold company, like I said, I'm not thrilled with them. 83 pennies. That's about the low of the day that I think is a key low. The low of the day on 9/27. So I think if it comes back down there, yeah. This is interval is 1 day. Just for the hell of it, let's change it to a weekly. Weekly, it looks much the same. It's a little different. You don't see the trend. You don't see the trend lines as clearly on the weekly. On the weekly, it's maybe looking a little bit better actually than the daily. What is this? This is a 50. The 50 is. There's no 100. No, I guess not because it hasn't been trading that long. Let's go back to the daily. Interval 12 minutes. What the heck? Interval 1 day. That's not good. 1 year. All right. So, yeah. So the 50 crossed the. No, this is a 50. So the 50. I don't know what this is. I don't remember what the colors are anymore. Between my phone and this, I get different color. I think this is the 100, and this is the 200. So the 50 is right here, and it's served as support the last time, and it tested it. Last time it tested the 50 was on 9/24 at 66 cents, and then again the next day at a low of 69 cents. And both times it held the 50. So from that perspective, the 50 might come in to be support. And if it does, we're looking at, again, that 83 cent level or 85 cents. It's funny how that keeps coming up, that 85 cent level. I don't know. Looking at this chart, to me, I would not be a buyer. I don't like that candle. I don't care if it's a single shareholder or not. I don't like it. Okay. Let's look at something else. Let's look at CVM and a more upbeat stock. Also AKTX I want to look at. So what do I look at first? Let's look at AKTX. I tweeted out about AKTX and I tweeted out about AMDA today, and I had 2 tweets. I said this one is going to struggle with the $2 area, or could struggle with it, but a break of the $2 area looks like an attractive buy. That was my comment. So a breakout would be above $2, and after hours, I saw that it was above $2, 202, which doesn't mean that much. But we're now trading at the 50. And the 50 is below the 100, which is below the 200. So that's all good. We have a nice bottom here, and it looks like we're trending up. It certainly looks like a test of the $2 area, which we have. Notice this, I don't have to draw a trend line because the 100-day is a trend line. It's when it hit the 100 here, it had a violent spring back. When it hit the 100 here, it had another terrible spring back. When it hit the 100 here, it had yet another terrible spring back. So this time, will it be different? Well, when it hit the 100 here, the high of the day was 228. So yes, it's different just based on price. But the question is, will it have a similar reaction? It could have a similar reaction, and that would not be good. So in other words, it could go to 205 and then spring back again, like it has the other 3 times. I want to see a close above that $2 area before I go into this particular stock. It looks interesting. It also looks like a nice bottom here. So if you draw that in, it looks very interesting. $1.61. I know it's you don't want to go down that low, but it's a nice bottom. And then we have a little higher bottom here on the 27th. Actually, it was a low. What was the low there? Higher or lower? The low was 165 versus 161. So it was a higher low, but we have lower highs. So, I mean, I think this looks more or less like a double bottom to me. So I like the support area right in here. I think your downside is about 30 cents from $1.92, and your upside is unlimited. So it's always unlimited, the upside, but let's say realistically, the close on 8/14 would be a good target, 292. So this one is interesting. A close above $2, and it could easily run to the $3 area. I like this one. ADMA, let's take a quick look at that. ADMA, I was concerned about this one going below, I think, 396, but it held nicely after falling back. Let's see, did it close below? It closed, it touched 404. It never hit this low. Where's the low I'm concerned about? I guess it's this low here. Yeah, after that, there's nothing but air. 394. So it closed below 394, and it looks like there's nothing but air until the low of 87, which was 303. So yeah, a close below 394 would frighten me. And you have this wall of support right in here, which is basically where it bounced off of. It didn't quite reach the 200, and it didn't quite reach this wall of support. What's the high here? 398. I'd rather it didn't go below 398, actually. And that's about where this is, 399. So, I don't want to see it go, really, I don't want to see it go below the 200. I want the 200 to act as a springboard. If it retests the 200, I want it to hold. So I bought in right, I don't know, somewhere the other day at about 440 something. So I'm underwater immediately. The question for me is add, sell, or hold, and probably below 394 on the seller, probably. Though I sometimes subject to change of mind. Everything is subject to change of mind. Would I be adding here? Maybe on the hopes that it doesn't go below the 399 level. Your downside is small here. So if you add it like $4, 414, you added 414, your downside is 15 cents. That's not bad. Well, 20 cents, let's say. And then your upside is all the way up here at $5, $5 range. So it's not a bad gamble based on this chart. Kind of like the gamble. And it's well diverse. It has a tremendous pipeline technically. I mean, fundamentally, Godfather Frazier filled us in on it's one of the drugs, IVIG. There's a shortage of it, whatever. And there's 2 other drugs that they have approved, and they have others in the pipeline. So they seem like, for a small company, a rather resilient one. Let's take a look at CVM. CVM. Dustin, anytime. Justin Costello, the CEO, will be in New York all next week. The next step we are doing is a ticket change. All right, give him my email or give him my Twitter address, and I'll meet up with him if he wants to go out for some drinks. I'll take the Long Island Railroad into the city. All right, CVM. 914 at the close. Tremendous move up today, 5.43%. Yeah, it was a steal down here just the other day, a low of 835. I tweeted out that I would be buying at 850 or so. Well, I put in an order and I didn't get it for whatever reason. And then I didn't put it back in. So I just never picked up anymore, which is okay. Let it go up. I don't care. I'm not greedy. Let it go to Yo 11. I'll sell my 15, 20%. Let the rest ride. Yo 11. Take this high out, which I think is going to happen. High before data. 993 comes out. No reason not to test 11. The 11s, I've said this when it was at 7. I said 711, very original of me, right? All right, so CVM we like. It's a beautiful trend line. It's above the 50. The 50 is above the 100, which is above the 200, and we're waiting on data. An optimistic CEO. I like optimistic CEOs, although I never really met one that wasn't optimistic, at least pretending to be. But this guy put his money where his mouth is. This guy meaning Gert. So Gert put his money where his mouth is. You could draw it this way. Nice chart. Or you could draw it a little tighter. Something like that. If you draw it too tight, it looks like we're below trend line. We're testing the trend line. But I think this is a better picture. So I think we're safe. It looks pretty good. It looks like we bottomed here. Can we come back and test this trend line? Sure. But notice it's an ascending trend line. So by the time we test it, maybe it's 864. And then we just shoot right back up. So I like this. It gives us a little slack. I like this bottom trend line, so I'll just erase this one. And we have a little slack, and I think we go right back up. Also, notice this is curling up, so this will be pretty much in sync with this trend line soon, the 50. So we have the 50 and this trend line acting as support. Okay, CVM is an interesting play, all or nothing, roll the dice, Yo 11. Dr. J is rolling the dice, and we'll take a little off the table in the 11s, not too much though. Why? I don't know why. I said so when it was 7, so I'm going to be true to my word. Okay. Any other requests here? Let's look at, if not, I want to look at ATHX and Geron. Let's look at Geron quickly. Maybe Crone. I don't know, so much to look at, but it's actually gone past where I wanted to end. So let's look quickly at Geron. And call it a night. Geron is sitting at the 100. The 100. What the heck's going on here? The 100, the 200. This is a cross of the 200 with the 100. But that's a negative, but it looks like the 50 is about to cross the 100, which is a positive. So Geron is giving mixed signals here. So although once it shot up here, gap open, figured to give some back. So it gave some back, and we're sitting at support. Looks like an interesting play right here. It doesn't have to go down to test the 50. It's sitting at support already. So Geron looks like an interesting play, eyeing the high on 913 of $1.64. We break that, then you're looking at probably this area here, $1.81. So I see a little play for a small pop if you want it, for those who like to swing a ling-a-ling. So Geron looks good, and Athesis also looks good, but I'm not going to chart it. So Athesis has survived the downtrend in the market. I usually show the Dow and so on, but we all know what that did. It held up. It came back sharply on front today after selling off much of the week. So I'm encouraged by today's action for the Dow. And I'm not afraid. I've been not afraid during all the downturns. Why should I be afraid now? All those doomsday people, yeah, we're going to have a doomsday scenario, but I think we're going to have a boom scenario before the doomsday scenario. So I want to catch the boom, the rocket ship to the moon, before we have the collapse. We'll collapse 50%, but when the Dow is over 30,000. So this has been Dr. J. I want to say sayonara, shalom, au revoir, arrivederci, ciao, hasta mañana. No, hasta, however you say Wednesday. Mercioles? I have no idea. All right, hasta luego, safer. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends about it. This has been Dr. J for Dr. J and Spike and Friends. Good night, all.